We're going to start with a happy customer and a big change in corporate policy, courtesy of 7 on Your Side.
A Bay Area woman gets the iPad she was forbidden to buy, and Apple makes a company-wide change to make sure it doesn't happen to anyone else.
That's right. 7 on Your Side's Michael Finney made all of it happen, and he is here now with the story.
Apple really stepped up to the plate today, responding to our report about a woman who tried to buy an iPad using her carefully saved up money, only to be told she couldn't pay at the Apple store with cash. The story caused an outcry all across the nation, and today Apple not only changed its policy, it provided a happy ending to the story. Remember Diane Campbell? She saved up her money to buy an iPad only to be turned away. The Apple store said she could not use cash, only a debit or credit card. She says a clerk told her it was to prevent iPads from reaching the black market.
Mr. Jobs, give a sister a break, okay? I'm not going to go sell my iPad.
She contacted 7 on Your Side, and when we asked Apple what was up, we were pointed to the no cash policy. There was no explanation.
We want to make sure it's as fair as possible for people to get iPads.
Today, all that changed.
About a month ago, we said we'd like you to use a credit card when you buy your iPad. And that was the best way we could think of to make sure people only bought 2 per individual. And then it came to our attention that Diane, through your story, was very interested in buying an iPad with cash. And we made a decision today to change that.
Apple Senior Vice President Ron Johnson said our story triggered a company-wide policy change. As of today, anyone can pay for an iPad with cash as long as they set up their Apple account at the store. Apple accounts are needed for the iPad anyway, so that is not putting anyone out.
We heard about this. We all would love people like Diane to get an iPad. And so I called her up, and she was very excited. And we're actually on the way to deliver an iPad to her house.
That's right. The folks at Apple wanted to thank Diane for bringing this issue to their attention. So today, 2 employees from Apple visited her home. And just before I arrived, brought her a brand new iPad for free.
I am just so excited. Words cannot explain right now.
Not only excited about her iPad, but about her impact. You just changed a little piece of the world.
Did I really?
Absolutely. How does that feel?
For no one who's traveled the world, it feels worldly. That's pretty exciting.
I heard over and over again people loved, which is you said, Steve, give a sister a break.
Yes.
What do you say to Steve now?
Well, what I would like to say to Steve is thank you.
Ron Johnson from Apple tells me that gray market sales were never the issue, as many assumed. He says the policy was instituted to make sure the tablets were fairly distributed during this time of high demand. Now, he says, he hopes it'll be even more fair by reaching customers who want to buy with cash.
Great story, Michael. Just wonderful.
What a delightful woman, too.
Yes.
Michael, thanks.